Okay. Do we have to stay sitting?
No, we can do anything.
Well, I prefer to be standing.
Yeah?
If that's possible.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wanna go
And
over
then
to me to
if I
stand?
could come over to you.
Sure.
Yeah. That'd be great.
This is fascinating, Nikki Hayes.
It is. I find it.
We're just narrating while you get up and walk around here.
Because it's all about energy, and if, as we learned with Paul MacDonald, our cells emit energy and light and biophotons.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Vanessa is
Okay,
able
what
to
do
get
I-
in
what do I
touch
have-
with
Do I have to
us.
stand up now?
It's better if you're in the middle, but usually I try to be able to access all around. So,
Yeah.
but if you
What do
can't,
you want me to
that's
do?
fine.
I can do anything you
Oh,
want.
you can just
In the
move
chair?
forward.
Should I
You
stand
can be
up?
in the chair.
Yeah?
Chair standing is fine as long as I can. If you can move over this, I need to be able to walk all around you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that should be good. Okay, so usually what I do is I ask you to close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths. Okay? And you'll have to tell me when I pass over the time because I don't.
No, that's okay.
How long?
No.
How long?
Transformation usually takes about 5 minutes with you.
Is there anything in particular you want to work on? Or just whatever?
I want to be happier and more successful.
Okay.
How's that?
How do you define success?
Oh boy. Just more money, more money, more money.
More money?
More
More
money.
money? Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to set the intention that you will be happier in your life in general, and you will attract abundance and financial abundance. And I like to send all kinds of abundance. Okay?
Yeah.
So just close your eyes. Okay? React to the energy because there's a lot of energy.
Mhm.
Have to listen. So just it's part of the grounding. I stopped somewhere because something's stuck.
Is it okay to talk while you're doing
yeah,
it?
yes,
Oh,
yes, of
okay.
course, of
Because
course.
I'm
I'm
just
just-
wondering, if, so
it's just-
what you're doing is feeling different energies from
Yes.
him, or you're sending him different energy?
It's hard to explain. It's all intuitive.
Are you recycling a lot of the energy back to
It's
him,
like
like
a
almost
moving
clearing it?
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
It's
So
just-
maybe any blocks or
Any
obstacles?
blocks or
Yeah.
obstacles? That's
Okay.
If there's an obstacle, then I have to
You're
spend
clearing
more
it.
time there, and I clear
Okay,
it.
beautiful.
And I'm just basically following it, and eventually I'll ground everything.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. So that will make him more aware and focused, clear.
It should bring him what he's asking for. He should feel more relaxed, happier.
And is this like a restoration in regard to how we can be all the time if we're aware of how our energy's flowing?
Yeah, it should build awareness
Mm.
because It's an interesting question. Yeah, it should build awareness.
Mm.
When we're tense, that's where we get pain,
Mm.
right?
So if someone's been looking at a problem for a long time and they get a tenseness in their neck or
Yeah, that's
on the phone leaning a certain way, or
yeah. If they feel tension,
Mm.
it's because there's yeah. If you feel tension, and what's interesting about that is usually what happens when we're going through a lot of stress. It tends to be, we tend to get our tension where we need it most. For example, I'm meaning
to support
your-
us.
Yeah, like
Mm.
if you have issues, probably that since your main occupation is to be on the radio, you'll probably get a sore throat or something like that. Or if you're a singer,
Hmm.
if you're a dancer, it'll probably affect your ability to move. Can't quite reach to the bottom, but we'll send it down anyway.
And is this a skill that you were, or a gift you were born with, or is it something we all have that we can develop, or?
We can all develop that.
Mhm.
I believe that I had maybe a head start on some people, but the more I use it,
Mhm.
the more it develops. It gets stronger all the time.
Right. So what are some baby steps that you could suggest to people to get in touch with their knowing of this?
First, build an awareness.
Mm.
Um,
Or acceptance even.
An
of it.
acceptance?
Mm.
Yeah, it's mostly about an awareness. Notice how you feel when you're around certain people.
Mm.
Notice how you feel when you're in certain environments. Like all of a sudden you feel bad, or all of a sudden you feel good, either in a room or around certain people. And that's when you start noticing.
Mhm.
And then notice, where your tension is. But yeah, build up an awareness. And you can take classes too.
Yeah.
Right?
It is interesting, the common thread, though, because when I said consciousness, but also the fellow before us from a business background said, acknowledge and be aware that you have creativity. We all have that we could tap into.
We all
So
do.
it's,
And gratefulness is a wonderful tool
Mm.
as well.
Gratitude.
Gratitude. And that leads to abundance. Because if we are grateful for everything we have, even if we find a penny, if I find a penny on the ground, I'll pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Why? And be grateful. Thank the universe or higher power or God. I thank them for that. I think we're almost complete. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful energy. Beautiful, loving, caring energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the last process I do is imagine your negative energy like a black cloud and just send it down into the ground. Making sure everything is as it should be.
And is there any maintenance in regard to, I've heard of people mention a crystal dome or...
Let's make sure to give the experience to the higher power.
Mm.
That's another strategy. If you have pain somewhere, just give it to the higher power, and you'll be amazed that the pain will lessen or go away.
So let it go.
To let it go. Yes. Yes.
Mm.
That was pretty cool.
And so you said you would be honest about how you feel?
Yeah, well, I felt I could feel some energy. Like I could, I could imagine like your hands in, I don't know, different parts of my
Moving
body.
around your body?
Exactly. Thank you, Nikki. Hey.
Was there any temperature difference or heat or cool? Or?
Just like a sensation of something, movement. Yeah, I could feel my internal organs churning.
You mean like after a good meal, or
Just churning, Nikki Hayes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting though. Thank you for doing that. Thank you.
My pleasure.
I want to ask you about. I've heard stories of certain people that have gone to certain Reiki people and not had a good experience. And I just wonder if I mean, you were just saying there that for us to be aware, that's
Mm-hmm.
one of the things we can practice, is to be aware of how we feel in the company of other people and in different spaces and that sort of thing. So obviously, not everybody's compatible with other people. Just because you're not feeling comfortable with somebody doesn't mean they're a horrible person or they're
No.
evil or